everybody, Claire here, and today I'm going to share with you 3 different barbecue rubs. It is the season for everything to go on the grill, and I feel like there's so many classic ones out there, but I really like making them at home because you can get super creative. So I have 3 completely different ones, and they're really versatile. So the one I have that I'm kind of thinking would work really well for fruit and veggies, I have dried hibiscus, and then I have cascabel chilies. I love these guys. It has a little bit of mild heat, but not too much. If you can't find these, ancho chilies work just as well. I have a little bit of chipotle powder, and then of course, salt. I like to use kosher salt or sea salt. I like them because they're flaked, so they're really easy to give like a lot of surface area to. And then next is for pork. So for this, I have a little bit of brown sugar because to me, pork and sweetness are such a necessary combination. I have a little bit of garlic powder, and I have a little bit of Chinese 5-spice. And then for everything else, literally everything else, for chicken, fish, steak, kind of whatever you need, I have lemon, garlic, a little bit of chilies. So these are chilies de arbol. And then I have some thyme and rosemary. And then of course, salt and pepper. All right, well, let's get started. This is gonna be super easy to whip up. So to make the spice rub, it could not be easier. I'm just gonna put everything together in the food processor, and then that's how I'm gonna mix it and break everything down. If you wanted to as well, you could do this in a mortar and pestle, but that's a big arm workout, and I'm kinda lazy, so food processor it is. In goes the hibiscus. So for these, I'm actually keeping all the seeds because I actually really like the flavor the seeds add and the spice as well. But I am ripping the tops off because this adds nothing. It just would be like weird chewiness. And then just a pinch of the chipotle. This has a lot of heat to it, so I don't need to add too much to it. First, I'm gonna just basically get all of this mixed together. All right, so I've broken these down, and you can see it's this really pretty, super dark red color. So now I'm just gonna mix this with my salt, and I'm gonna be all done. I'm gonna add the finely ground chili mixture to the salt, and then I'm just gonna mix it together. And the great thing about this rub is because everything's dry, it will last forever. I can basically keep this in my pantry and use it whenever I need it to. If you're making a spice rub and you want to keep it in your pantry, I recommend making these ahead of time and letting them kind of cure in your pantry for, I'd say at least like 3 to 4 days. It ends up really getting all those flavors to mix together, especially since they've just been chopped up. This is gonna be insane on top of mango, pineapple, sweet potatoes, any of that. It's gonna be absolutely perfect. So this next one is kind of a play on a Memphis Rub because it's a little bit sweet and has some really great spices going on. So first I'm gonna include about, I'd say like 2 to 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. The truth is, we're scaling up and down, so you can do less, you can do more, it really is up to you. And then I'd say about a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then about half a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. And then of course, my salt. And for this, I want it to be a little more balanced. My first salt rub, it really is kind of like you sprinkle it on as you would salt. For this though, because I have the sugar going on and all this other stuff, I kind of want it to be a little more balanced. And then with my hands, I'm just mixing it all together. All right, well, this rub is ready to go. And my last rub is a fresh rub. So this one, if you do make this and want to keep it to use for later, you probably want to keep it in the fridge because I am putting fresh ingredients into it. And I'm gonna use the food processor to finish this off. But first, I have my lemon zest. So I'm just going to zest this a little bit. I want probably like half a teaspoon's worth. And then I'm gonna take some rosemary, and I'm gonna actually combine all of this in the food processor, so I'm not gonna be too fussy about it. I have some thyme, which also has a really fabulous kind of earthy, woodsy flavor to it. So that's just 1 chili de arbol, which has a nice amount of heat. If you ever buy the chili flakes at the grocery store, that's basically what that's made from. So it's the same flavor. Then I'm gonna crush my garlic. And this is just so I can take some of that skin off. So I'm just gonna put all of these in the food processor. And I'm actually gonna add the salt now. I tend to not like adding salt to the food processor too early because it actually grinds down the salt. And then a little bit of pepper. That's beautiful. You can see the chili de arbol gave it such a pretty color. And you can actually see the moisture in this one. See how it's like clumping together? It almost looks like wet sand. That's because of the oils in the herbs and in the lemon. So that's what I mean when I say this is a fresh one. You definitely want to keep this in your fridge rather than in your pantry if you want to keep it for a long time. This will last on your kitchen counter for at least 2 weeks though. It's just sort of botanical oils, nothing too crazy. Well, that's it. I have my favorite spice rubs for this summer, a really delicious sweet and spicy one for fruit and veggies, a really sort of rich, earthy, exotic flavor profile for pork, and then I have a very simple but such a classic, so delicious one for chicken, fish, and steak. All right, well, I can't wait to hear what your favorite rubs are to put on your favorite things to barbecue. It's summer, I'm so excited. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video if you like it, and I can't wait to see what you say in the comments below. See you guys next time. Bye.